usually a grip switch that has to take place or some other order of operations before they turn another time. And in the Kimura, they can turn the straight arm lock. If you start in the straight arm lock, sometimes they turn the Kimura. Well, that's what the situation we saw here, okay? Now, here's kind of another Kimura. I remember I've been trained a few years before I saw this first. He gripped around the body. Let's say you kind of had a hard time like finding your elbow in there. Hook his elbow like a heel hook, okay? Like your wrist bone here, like this, okay? Now, look, I'm gonna gable grip my hands, or S-grip my hands rather, okay? And I wanna take his shoulder forward, like this, okay? And then I'm gonna take it up to my nose. All right, so right here, we're not at that big of a danger, right? The shoulder hasn't been isolated that much. But when I lean forward like this, right, and then I'm pulling it here, just like that, okay? Now, sometimes people even do teach this with one hand, and that's fine too, okay? But if you can't saw out the arm, you're having a hard time with that, go under, lift it, right? Meaning it goes forward, and then lift it to your face, and he taps, okay? Pretty simple, but it's kind of hard to find. And that's, I used to, when I was coming up, people always say things like, oh, you'll develop the sensitivity on your choke. And I'm like, well, when's that happen? Because it's like, and they're like, oh, in a few years. You're a white belt or a blue belt, but you don't think about things like 10 years in the future when you understand. And you just got to stick with it and try and find people that can articulate it in a way that you understand. I hear things from people all the time about this stuff, and somebody explains it a way I understand. And it's like, I've been hearing that one since 2008. But that's the person that explained it in the way. And sometimes I learn new things is why I can understand it, right? But so when you're here, you can't get the arm out. You like shoulder locks, you like Kimuras. Raise forward, peel it up, okay? And guys, I tell people this too. Talk with your partner. Or, if it's coming on quick, some of these will verbal tap. I tell these people this, like, if you tap me and rolling, I will verbal tap every time as long as my mouth is available to do so. Sometimes it's covered up, right? But if you tag me, I'm gonna tap, tap, tap. People be like a loud room music playing, like another class going on, and this person's tearing their shoulder off, and they're like, I'm tapping fast, bro. Don't you hear me snapping my fingers? Like, people do, and I'm not opposed to this. Like, we're sitting here and I'm teaching. But like, when you get to everybody's drilling, there's stuff going on, noise in the room, some of the stuff come on quick, so be careful, okay? But look, one more time. You're in here, hook under like a heel hook on the elbow, raise forward, and I'm kind of pulling it back to me like that. Make sense? 1, 2.